Hello, this is Lorelia Brown-Phillips, and we are at day five with our series, Breaking Free of Income Limitations. In day four, I had discussed with you the difference between linear income and leverage income. Since today is day five, I want to go into a further explanation of linear versus leverage income. So, if you remember in day four, I said that linear income is income that is generated from salaries or an hourly job or even being self employed. But leverage income is income that actually works for you and you're not working for it. So, to give you some examples of leverage income, that would be passive income, residual income, and real estate. So if you noticed, these the incomes that are under leverage incomes are probably the type of income that you may not be familiar with. Under the linear income column, you're very familiar with a salary, you're very familiar with hourly job, and you may even be very familiar with being self-employed. And one thing that I want to share with you is that there's a big misconception with being self-employed. A lot of times, being self-employed may give us the freedom of not having a boss or anyone to report to, but it does not mean that our business does not become a job. And if you remember anything that I shared about with you in my story, I said that when I was running my financial services practice, that business was running me. And so I didn't have any type of way to generate any type of leverage income from that business. Now, yes, I was a licensed financial services representative, and I did sell. Provided services to sell investments and even insurance. And although that was some type of residual and passive, well, I would say residual income, not really passive, I still didn't really control it. It was still determined how much I was going to make based on the investments and the volume that I was selling. So, when the failure of my business occurred in 2009, my goal was to find ways for me to leverage my expertise to create some type of passive and residual income for myself. And that's where, if you notice, under leverage income. And so, if you are familiar with leverage income, you may be familiar with passive income and residual income. But if you notice, the third area is real estate. And most people, when they think of leverage income, that is what they think of. They think of real estate. And so, what I'm going to share with you today is ways that you can generate leverage income, but you are going to generate it in what I would say in a very not very well known area to do it. Because once again, like I said, most people who are familiar with leverage income and they know that there's ways to generate passive income or residual income, they a lot of times they think of real estate. Or I should even add investments. But today, I am going to share with you how you can take your knowledge base, pretty much just like mine. And if you're already saying to yourself, well, really, I don't have any specialized knowledge like you. I'm not someone who has accounting expertise or, financial planning expertise, but that is not what I'm here to share with you. You can take your knowledge base around whatever it is that you do. It does not matter. I mean, you can be someone who knows how to bake cupcakes, and what you can do is share that information on the internet. And so that leads us to this. You want to create your own asset. And I'm not talking about buying assets, I'm talking about creating assets, because currently we live in a information based society. Individuals are always looking for information. So why not you be the one who provide that information to them? So if you notice, the slide says if you want income, you have to create assets. And that is what you have to do, because when I experienced my business failure in 2009, that is what my goal was to do, to find a way for me to take my knowledge base and create an asset around it to be able to generate some residual and leverage income. And so if you notice, the subheading is knowledge is the new currency. And that is true. We are no longer in the age of this is where I went to school, this is the degree I have, and I should get paid X amount of dollars. We are in the solution based, or should I say, knowledge based world, whereas people are looking for information. If you can provide a solution to those individuals, you can now create an ongoing currency for yourself. So, if you notice, one of the bullet points says when you create assets, you generate your own income. And that would be an example of leverage income. Also, you create your own paycheck. That is true. As long as you create information that is of value and that people are looking for, you no longer have to rely on a job. And also, if you're a business owner, it allows you to run a business that is scalable, meaning that you no longer have to run after customers or clients, because you can now take your business information to the masses. And once again, your income is recession proof. There are always people looking for information. And so your goal is to always provide it to them, because you never know. The internet is a 24-hour operation. You never know when somebody is putting something in the search engines and voila, they look and find something that you've put on the internet in terms of the value that you're sharing. So now, what type of assets do you want to create? Because once you decide what the knowledge or the expertise you want to share, you now want to be able to provide it on the internet. And in what platform will you do it? Because in order for it to generate some type of passive residual income for yourself, you have to have a platform to share it. So if you notice, I put some examples. Is it going to be a blog? Is it going to be a website? Is it going to be a type of book or an ebook? Are you providing some type of original music that you created? Or what about some art? You may be an artist. Or what about photography? That's right. There may be original pictures that you have created that you can now share with the general public to have them to pay you to use their for your photos, and now you can generate some type of royalty. So once again, this is just a few ways of how you can create an asset around your expertise, around your knowledge, and start to generate a residual and passive income, which is what I said in the beginning is leverage income. Once you understand and grasp this concept, you're no longer exchanging hours for dollars. You are now getting paid based on the value that you provide. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm not going to make this session that long. But once again, if you noticed, since I've been doing this series, I've been talking about how you can no longer have to work for money and you can have money work for you. And if you notice, I have been sharing with you ways that you want to do that. But I wanted to start off this series explaining to you why you have to understand this concept, because You don't want to go out to the marketplace wondering how you're going to do it if you do not understand how the income is going to be generated. You have to understand the process of why you're doing what it is you're doing. Why are you on the internet? What is your goal to do this? What are you sharing online? What is the value? What is your expertise that you are sharing? Why do people want to seek you? So once again, we are at day 5. We still have 5 more days. So now the next part of this series, which is part 2 of this 10-day series, is to now show you ways that you can now provide your expertise, create your own platform, and provide it to the general public. So you can now start to leverage your time, your income. And once again, I hope this has been some help to you. So if you want to connect with me further, what I want you to do, if you're not already connected with me, I want you to go to www.getfinanciallysmart.com. There, I will share with you my story and what I'm currently and what I had to do to be able to get myself out of my financial rut that I was in 2009. And also, what I want you to do is you're currently watching this on YouTube. I want you to subscribe to my channel so you can find out more about this series that I am doing. But the best way to contact me is to go to www.getfinanciallysmart.com, and you're going to learn more about this series. You're going to learn about some other information that I have to share with you. And once again, I hope this has been some of value. So please comment, share, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this current series. Until the next time, bye bye.